Hi everyone. By the end of this video, you will understand various kinds of financial support available for graduate students in the US. We have all at some point heard of the terms like funding, assistantships, scholarships, fellowships, but only few understand them deeply and especially the distinctions between them. Funding is actually the umbrella term, and assistantships, scholarships, and fellowships are primarily the type of it. Coming to assistantships, they are like a part-time job but with perks. They're typically not merit-based, however, you would be expected to know the basics for doing that job. For most graduate programs, these jobs come under the highest paying on-campus part-time jobs. Assistantships not just pay you amazing wages, they offer 100% tuition waiver for that semester, for most cases. In some situations, you only get the salary but not the tuition aid. You know, everyone desires these jobs, but depending upon the university and the program, it may be harder or easier to get them. Generally speaking, getting these assistantships is harder for popular fields like computer science, data science, hardware, etc., but far easier for other traditional fields like mechanical, civil, food sciences, etc. It's primarily because there is less competition in these traditional fields, and since computer science and other hot fields attract lots of PhD students too, so most of the assistantships are taken over by them, and there are hardly any assistantships left for master's programs. Having said that, it is still possible to get these assistantships in other departments if in your department or program these assistantships are limited. Now let's understand three distinct types of assistantships available for graduate schools. First we have is research assistantship. As the name suggests, the job requires you to work on a particular research project. It is a funded project assigned to a specific professor, and then he or she hires research assistants on that project. And you get the research experience, you learn things deeply in that area, you earn top dollar, and on top of that, you get free tuition for most cases. You know, it is a dream on-campus job for students having inclination towards research. Now, second is teaching assistantship. As the name suggests, this job requires you to assist in teaching a course. Now, as a master's student, you usually become a teaching assistant for an undergraduate course. You are responsible for holding office hours to assist students with their homework, helping them understand their concepts, assisting professors in creating assignments or the courses, and assisting in the lab if it's a lab-based course. And you get to connect with undergraduate students, make new friends, improve your communication, earn top dollar, and on top of that, get free tuition for most cases. This is another dream on-campus job for most students. Now the third category is resident assistantships. Rarely anyone addresses this type of assistantship, but this is another solid opportunity. In the US, although most graduate students live off campus, many universities offer on-campus graduate housing also, and some of these universities offer these resident assistantships. Perfect analogy for a resident assistant is the job responsibilities of an assistant to the warden of an hostel in an Indian college. You get to manage a community of on-campus graduate students, address and raise their concerns, organize community building events, etc. And similar to teaching assistant, this graduate resident assistant position helps you build network, improve communication, earn top dollar, get free tuition for most cases, and it also provides you with free living or discounted living for that semester. It's another dream on-campus job. Alright, so having a clear understanding now for assistantships, let's now move ahead to scholarships. These are financial rewards or grants given to you based on merit or other criteria. The best part about scholarships is it's not a part-time job that you have to do. So you can basically get a scholarship and also become a TA on top of that. Isn't it crazy? Scholarships are far more common for undergraduate programs than graduate programs, but nevertheless, they are still available for international students. Let's understand three distinct types of scholarships. First is merit-based scholarship. As the name suggests, these scholarships can be based on your profile, test scores, and academic grades. It can be a one-off reward after admission or a significant tuition discount for one or more semesters for your entire degree. Second is need-based scholarships. Students or their families who aren't in a healthy financial situation are able to avail these scholarships. Third is minority scholarships. If you're from a specific culture or ethnic group, you can avail these too. Now remember that whether these scholarships are available or not for graduate students depends on the university and the program. Let's cover the last category of funding now, which is a fellowship. A fellowship is a financial award that supports academic or professional activities. It often involves research or specialized training. They are significantly higher in value than scholarships and are primarily overall profile based. These are available in broad category and are not offered specifically for a program. They can be offered by a department, university, third-party institutes, etc. They are offered not just in the US, but your home country can also provide several of these fellowships for students who want to pursue an advanced degree abroad. For transparency, I was able to get a fully funded admit for a MSCS program in Canada, basically a free master's including covered tuition and living, but still I chose US over it. I have created a special video to address my thought process at that time of why I chose the US over an amazing opportunity from Canada. To prove further what is possible, I even became a teaching assistant at UMass, even though my department did not offer any assistantships or aids for MSCS students. I will cover various strategies through the future courses on first, how to select fully or partially funded schools, second, how to prepare your profile for these funding opportunities once you select your programs, third, how to apply for these funding opportunities once you've prepared your profile. And for each of these 3 points above, I will additionally share my personal experiences, including successful and failed ones. These strategies will help you achieve what less than even 0.1% of international students are able to achieve. And this can immensely ease off your pressure to cover up the tuition and living in the US. But remember, the world does not end, even if you don't get any of these. There are tons of other amazing opportunities which include part-time internships, summer internships, and other part-time on-campus jobs. And I will cover that in the next video. I will see you there. Peace out.